Your point number 4, let the state do its job.
Yeah.
Let the church do its own, resonated with a number of questions that came in that really centered around what in this sphere is the role of the church proper compared to the individual Christian. Because those two seem to be somewhat conflated and often misunderstood. So what would you say to that?
Yeah, great question. Well, the church's authority, the church's job, I think can be summarized in a couple of texts in Matthew 16, 18, and 28. Kind of the church corporately, the church institutionally, its job can be summarized in Matthew 16, 18, and 28. It's to wield the keys of the kingdom for binding and loosing on earth what's bound and loosed in the heaven, all for the purpose of making disciples, baptizing them in the name of the Father, Son, and Spirit, and teaching them to obey everything that I've commanded. What are the keys of the kingdom? What does it mean to bind and loose on earth what's bound and loosed in heaven? Well, as I understand it, it means to render judgments on the what and the who of the gospel. What is the gospel as we declare it, and who are gospel citizens? And we affirm this is the gospel. That's a true confession. Think about Jesus with Peter. Who do people say that I am? Peter, you're the Christ, the Son of the living God. Jesus, that's right. Man did not tell you, but the Father in heaven told. Okay, so the church, when you come to a church and you say, this is who I think Jesus is, the church's job is to affirm, yeah, that's a true confession. That's right, that's the gospel. That's not the gospel, that is the gospel. So that's one way we use the keys. The other way we use the keys is affirming gospel citizens. We do that through baptism. We baptize them into the name of Father, Son, and Spirit. And we give them the Lord's Supper, where we gather together in his name. He's there, and we take the supper together. So that's the authority of the church. The state, Charlemagne, let's jump back into Christendom. Charlemagne would say, right bishop, wrong bishop. No. The political leaders, the kings, weren't given the authority to say right bishop, wrong bishop, right gospel, right gospel. You don't want Donald Trump, or whoever the next president is, to say, we should baptize him, we shouldn't baptize them. You don't want that. You want to leave that job in the hand of your church. Okay, that's as quickly as I'm, probably too long. Okay, that's the job of the church. What's the job of the individual Christian then? Well, the job of the individual Christian, if the job of the church is to make disciples, the job of the individual Christian is to be a disciple. To declare these are the sons and daughters of the King, to live as sons and daughters of the King. The job of the church is to be the law school. The job of the Christian is to be the lawyer. The job of the church is to be the med school. The job of the Christian is to be the doctor. Do you see? So you need both.
Yep.
You need the med school and you need the doctor. You need the law school and you need the lawyers. And so as we work together corporately, we're using the keys to make disciples and individually living out and being disciples.